I've just got some unpopular opinions. Sorry, I'll go that again. I've just seen some unpopular opinions.
Unpopular.
Just do you watch BBC Radio 1 with Greg James does it?
Sometimes.
So I've just got like a compilation of them here. I'm just wondering if you have any thoughts of this. So ketchup should be fridge cold.
Once open, yeah.
Oh.
Once open, yeah.
Anything else with chocolate in the fridge?
Like Cadbury's, I do love a Cadbury's that's been in the fridge. Like a Ferrero Rocher that's been in the fridge.
I hate nuts. Well, that's another one. Is that nuts in chocolate should not be a thing.
I don't like fruit and nut. Like my mum's a big fan of fruit and nut Cadbury's. I don't like that. But like Ferrero Rochers, I don't mind. And what is it? Subway's white chocolate and macadamia nut cookie.
Oh no, disgusting.
Bang,
No.
Best thing ever.
Subway's got quite a few mentions on this podcast. So yeah, fair play. This is just free sponsorship. Okay. Chocolate ice cream is absolutely disgusting.
I mean, I'd rather go vanilla than chocolate.
Yeah, it's not disgusting though, is it?
No, it's not minging.
Someone's gone, bacon's really good, but like, shut the fuck up, it's not that good.
I don't really like bacon.
You're not a fan of bacon, no?
I mean, I don't mind if it's like in a sandwich or something, or if like my mum's like, I'll cook you a bacon sandwich, fine, I'm not going to complain, but I mean, I'd rather a sausage sandwich.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tastier.
Yeah. And then one...
Juicier. Thicker.
One more. No, I can't do another one. No. Right. So, this time last year, roughly, was when Caroline Flack committed suicide due to just... Well, we don't know exactly. We won't know. We'll never know exactly. Recently known for obviously presenting Love Island. I never watched it.
You never watched it?
Never watched it.
I didn't watch the first season, but I rewatched afterwards. But I started from the second season.
Yeah.
And I watched 2, 3, and 4. Which obviously she was the presenter of, and she was very. Because obviously she's not the first person to die from suicide from. Linked to Love Island. I'm not saying her reason she committed suicide was Love Island.
Yeah, no, yeah.
As she's the third person associated with Love Island, where somebody's died.
Third.
There was Mike, and I can't remember the other lady's name, but she was in season 2. Okay. Sophie, I think her name might have been.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not saying that this is the reason for it, but yes.
The two contestants, I definitely believe it had Love Island had an impact of suddenly this.
Yeah.
Because it's such a different, that being kind of that style of famous is so different to any level kind of famous when she got famous from Love Island.
Okay, yeah.
You've got this such persona you've got to keep up of being beautiful and this kind of persona from this series because that's the reason you got famous.
Yeah, people voted for you, like, yeah.
Yeah, and then you get in your head thinking, do people only like me because I'm pretty? Kind of thing, and I imagine that plays a big impact. And then of course if you've got mental health problems before even this happened and then this happening, that's going to push you extremely.
Some people don't, but also some people don't realise the mental health issues they've got until that happens, because you think that because you don't talk to anyone else, you think that what you're going through is normal and that everyone does that, so you sort of pass it by, and then obviously it will implode. And I don't know the ins and outs of Caroline Flack. I remember watching her on TMI, proper old school, with is it TMI? Is that what it's called? Or TMF?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing her on.
It's a CBC program with Sam and Mark. TMI in my head. And
I know what you're on about. Yeah. It was like the Friday show or something.
Oh, honestly, it was the highlight of my week as a kid. Yeah. It was so good. I enjoy. I think she's hilarious. But I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of. Obviously, no one does about their relationship or what happened. But whatever the scenario is, it is just tragic.
It's tragic because obviously she's had a lot of outside impact on it because her relationship became very public.
Yeah.
Of course, what happened because obviously she was with Andrew Brady, who was on The Apprentice, and
never watched The Apprentice either.
They had a troubling relationship as well. It wasn't perfect, but they both tried and then they ended it. And then she got with Lewis. I never knew of him.
I knew his name. Tennis player, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then
Many of
obviously
them.
they've had the problems, and then suddenly it became public of her being abusive.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? People have said like you read these horrible comments on Facebook, and people are like, well, I've read one that was like she got what she deserved because she was abusive, so she. I mean, that's not. We're not all fucking. Yeah.
Imagine reading hundreds and hundreds of people's stories and comments about your life that you make, that they may not be true, or they may be true, but just reading that it all out, and these people creating these stories and making these judgments on you just based on if something's real or not.
Yeah.
And for them to then say these things about you can be truly crushing.
Yeah, and like the press has a big role to play in this. Like, I do believe that if it wasn't for the press's intervention, who knows? But I really do think that their attitude towards the whole thing, they just wanted anything they wanted to get front page news.
Because
vile.
The thing that came from Caroline Flack's side was the put down, finally the put down of newspapers' behaviour to influencers and celebrities.
Yeah.
It definitely had an impact on it. Because I remember a lot of magazines started releasing statements saying we're not putting this thing anymore now.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say that we haven't actually learned anything. But
I don't think it's changed massively, but there was definitely a campaign. I think it was called the Flack or something. Campaign to put down on the way newspapers write about.
Yeah.
Because loads of articles came out about the past of like certain celebrities, like of them in bikinis, and then putting like the big title really makes you look like a beach whale and stuff like that.
Fuck me, yeah, horrible.
And you get
stuff.
magazines like Hello magazines and stuff like that where it's just
vile
of just putting down people and body shaming, especially women, making fun of people's life situations. Like, people make mistakes, okay, some are worse than others, but celebrities are humans too, and they don't need to be such.
They've also got personal lives,
Like, again, going back to episode 1 when we were talking about Harry and Meghan, they're famous and that things happen, and just like Caroline Flack, sometimes it's good to inform people of what's happening, especially when you're in the public eye, but making such stories up that may not even be true.
Yeah, and you're really digging into their personal life, like it's like. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he came out and said that like he knew that she wasn't well.
Because I think there was something saying that she'd been taken in before about previous harming herself.
Yeah.
She'd been taken into hospital before about it. So there was definitely signs of her having trouble mental health.
Yeah, I think it's a failure to see the signs of it more than anything. I think there's a gained recognition from this. Like, people are gonna now, when a celebrity this happens, people are gonna be like, oh god, this is just happened to stop bullying and stop. I don't know, with the British public, I don't know.
I really don't know. I think people are quick to forget stuff like that. I think as soon as one story comes out about someone and they're like, Katy Perry did this to Orlando Bloom, just one storyline all it takes is on a big newspaper, that may not even be real.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Just say, for example, not real.
Was it like, I don't remember that.
No, but just for example.
Yeah, it would take one thing and you just
and
stick onto it.
Instantly on Facebook making their opinions public.
Yeah, and no one cares about what you fucking think. Like, no one gives a shit.
And it's like, no offence, 42-year-old Sandra from Wolverhampton. I don't think Katy Perry.
I was also gonna say no one gives a shit, and I was trying to think of a name and a place and an age, but you nailed it. Yeah.
Don't know why Wolverhampton came to head. But
why Sandra?
Don't know.
It's interesting. Like, where do you? Because we the public do have a right to know certain things about celebrities. We have a right to know what they are. If they, I don't know. I've said that now, and I think no. Do we have a right?
I think to some extent we have the right of knowing what's going on with people's life in terms of the industry they're in. So
yeah, because we have a right to know about Harvey Weinstein's sexual misconduct. We have a right to know about that.
But what I think has had a massive impact on us being so fascinated with it is Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And programs like that,
reality TV shows,
where you go into their literal lives of these celebrities, and I think that's had a massive impact on how we portray every celebrity. Is thinking they're famous, we should be allowed to know
what's their lifestyle like. Oh yeah, aren't their kids now? Aren't their The kids have been born during filming. No, I'm pretty sure. Like,
What, Kardashians?
yeah.
Yeah, they've popped kids out left, right, and centre.
So those kids are growing up with cameras in the
Growing up with
house.
cameras, but that's the exact same with them because what was it, Kylie and that, where they were like young teens, like 10, 11 kind of age, growing up with them.
So let's not be surprised when one of those kids later on has issues coping with being in the public eye because they've been in it for their entire lives.
They have to be in it.
They know nothing else.
But like, think about it, all these things that are blown up, like Kim Kardashian's sex tape, and that's going to be around forever, and then that's going to be in their kids' lives, all because of the simplicity of fame.
Yeah. Well, speaking of sex tapes, didn't someone recently? Was it Georgia Harrison?
Yeah, another contestant from Love Island. She.
Yeah. That's I presume
Stephen
she was. Yeah.
Bear, he released something. I think it was on. He was either sharing it around with his friends on group chats, or
Which is already wrong.
it was on his OnlyFans or something, and it was of him having sex with Georgia, where he purposely filmed it without her knowing that he was going to do that.
Jesus.
Because he used CCTV footage.
When you say without her knowing, I thought you meant without her knowing that he was going to put it somewhere.
No, it was CCTV footage.
Christ.
And she had no like consent or anything to him, but like, obviously it was consent to have sex, but no consent of that going anywhere or anything. Because she didn't.
Imagine the whole fucking UK, like probably not seeing it, but that's not the point.
Talking about crushing it, this is all really interesting when I looked into the Stephen Bear and Georgia Harrison thing on their Instagrams.
Yeah.
When it all came out, I followed Georgia on Instagram, and she did all these Instagram lives, and she posted TikTok videos and videos about it all, and how she's like, this isn't okay, and then all of a sudden she released a video going, if anyone knows where Stephen is, please, like, I know he's done a terrible thing, but you've got to like let me know he's okay, like I don't want him doing something stupid. And basically he released a video on Instagram of him crying, saying I can't do this anymore. When this all came out, and then all of a sudden everyone was now jumping onto Bear's side, and they were all like, nah mate, it's okay, everyone makes mistakes, hope you're okay, you'll get through it.
Because you want the middle, don't you? You want him to suffer for not suffer, but you want him to be held accountable to what he's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, it may be a whole mistake, and it may be that he's completely aware of his actions, and but that's not the point. You've made that choice. You've got to live with it. But at the same time, obviously, you want him to be okay. Like,
I don't reckon this would have blown up as big if they weren't famous, and therefore would that then had an effect on how the situation was handled and how they both reacted in terms of Bear saying he's going to end it all. And I think that has a lot of impact, because imagine then suddenly knowing millions of people hate you and you think there's no coming back from it because everybody hates you. Because it's easy. It's easy. Say if you fuck up now, say if I fuck up here and I do something that makes everyone hate me, but nothing big enough to like actually illegal or anything. It'd be pretty easy for me to just get up, go, move somewhere else, and make new friends.
Yeah, but
for someone in that light, they know everybody knows their story, and they can't go anywhere, and so they think maybe ending it.
Yeah, I mean, we all know of a lot of famous people who have succumbed to suicide.
Amy Winehouse,
Robin Williams. Yeah, I mean, there is a list. When I think I woke up and read it, Caroline Flack.
I remember the exact moment it happened.
Yeah.
Me and my flatmates had built a den in the kitchen/living room, and we were watching Caroline and eating homemade nachos, and then all of a sudden I just paused the film and went, guys, have you seen the news? Caroline Flack's killed herself. And then we all just sat there for a good half an hour, 45 minutes, just like,
why is it so hitting? Why did it so visceral? Because like, she was so young, cliche as it is, she was so young, but also you just don't. It happened, and you went, oh yeah, of course, like
exactly.
Like, why was no one
exactly? That's what
looking like.
Why were we so surprised when
you look back at it?
We know how she was treated.
All the signs were there. Yeah.
Going into fame, you have to have.
It's not black and white when those sort of things happen.
You got to have a good steel shell around you going into.
But you shouldn't need that, because the press shouldn't be.
No, you shouldn't.
But that's the way at the moment. That's the way it is.
It is at the moment, and I'm hoping still that Caroline Flack's unfortunate death has still brought to shine how newspapers treat people. And I hope they're going to improve, and I hope.
Since February, there's been huge drops in sales for all those the Sun, Daily Mail, anything with that red background said by Murdoch. They are vile. I don't know how they fucking sleep at night.
I think printed newspapers are going to go soon. I don't think there's any need for printed newspapers anymore.
People who do the Sudoku will not be happy.
I'll buy them a 500 Sudoku for £1 from the works.
My mum and dad do the crossword as well.
I'll buy you the big one.
They say they do the crossword, but I feel like I'm doing most of it at the moment.
I love a Sudoku, but when you can just, no offense, everyone can get online digitally.
Yeah, I get that. You think there's an issue with newspapers at the moment?
Or to the amount that they are being printed and circulated. But then again, a lot of the thing that happened with Love Island was all online because that was the age rating it was aiming at.
It was Instagram. Yeah. That's the generation they're born. Yeah.
But I can't see a solution to Instagram and Facebook and TikTok because it is such a freedom of speech for everyone. Whereas newspapers and that is literally one group of people creating information that's so public.
Yeah.
They need to be put down and put in the right place, like of how to do it. It should be a bit like at the BBC. They can't show a specific.
Yeah.
They can't target to a specific audience.
I think there's a
lot of newspapers do.
I feel like I mean, not as black and white as that, but I think that's a rough way of saying it. Yeah. Byron.
Yes.
If you could have a black card, which is basically where you get everything and anything ever you want from a certain store, where would it be? And it can be it can't be. Yeah. It can't be like Apple or. Okay. Yeah, nothing too.
So it can be retail or like food shop.
Yeah, if you had to pick anywhere.
Oh, I'd have to go somewhere where they were really versatile. So I'd have loads of options.
Oh, okay. I feel like I know where you're going with this one.
But I don't at the same time. Because it's very hard to find somewhere where you could get food and clothes all under the same house. So I feel like I'd go for a massive store which has such variety.
Yeah.
I feel like the most sense. I'm trying to think of the high streets in Bristol.
Walking through town.
Walking through town, and I think the most sense would be House of Fraser.
Okay.
If I could have a black card in there.
Even though they're plummeting. You'd run them further into the ground by just getting stuff for free.
Because I'm thinking of all the floors in there. They've got some really nice clothes in there as well.
Okay.
And they sell other things. So.
Fair enough.
But then at the same time, if I had to go a food way...
I feel like I know what you're going to say now.
Do you though? Because I like...
3, 2, 1.
I'm not ready.
What?
No, Subway.
Subway, definitely.
No,
definitely Subway.
Not Subway.
I'd say Subway.
I would choose like a good restaurant where there was a good sort of in town, like TGI Fridays. I think I'd go TGI Fridays.
You went, oh no, to Subway, but TGI Fridays you went for.
TGI Fridays bang.
Fucking no chance. I've only ever been to TGI Fridays. I would honestly say twice.
Love it. I think I went there for my 15th and my 17th birthday, or 18th.
Not your 16th?
Not my 16th, no.
No chance.
No chance for that.
But anyway, why I asked that is because a year ago, Stormzy received a Greg's black card.
You know.
And I'll be honest, Greg's is phenomenal. It's better.
And it's interesting coming from a Cornish person born and bred. You'd think you would love like a rouse, whatever they're called, or a nice Cornish pasty.
This might anger some people, but as the whole shop, Greg's versus a pasty shop, Greg wins.
Okay.
If
we're talking overall experience, I think Greg's might. It does. Because when I went to Rose the other day, they gave me a cookie and it was like a brick. I was fuming.
That's horrible.
But I would never get that experience with Greg's. But in terms of like sausage roll and pasties, I'm not that big fan of a pasty, but sausage rolls, I think Cornish sausage rolls are better than Greg's.
I would never get sausage roll from a pasty shop though.
Would you get from Iceland?
I wouldn't get if I walked into Rose, I would never get a sausage roll.
Okay, in terms of pasties then.
But then so steak bake versus steak and get Greg's. But what do you think about Stormzy He was well, I'm going to say millionaire.
Yeah, it angers me. Not angers, it just frustrates me a little bit. Like, why? I think in marketing terms, okay, I understand where Greg's would be coming from, giving it to Stormzy representation.
Yeah.
There's more chances of him if he's walking down the street and he knows he's going to get a free Greg's. He's going to pop into Greg's and it's more likely promotion. I get that. But in terms of people who need free pasties, I don't think Stormzy's high up on that list who needs free pasties.
Yeah, he said his life peaked at that moment.
Well, he's not done much then, has he?
Not when he topped the UK charts.
No, clearly not.
Not when he performed at Glastonbury. No, when he's able to get a free sausage and bean roll whenever he wants.
It's just, and like I know Nando's does a similar thing. They give out is it a black card again or gold card?
A black card, yeah. I forgot who's got that.
Someone's got it. I can't remember who their name was, but I know someone's got it.
So who do you think should receive black card? Like sort of like local heroes?
I don't see why there needs to be black cards. Because the only point I see of black cards is from a marketing point of view.
It's to get their name bigger. So
to give Danielle from the NHS a black card, there wouldn't really be any marketing points from it, and then there wouldn't really be any points. So what they might as well do is just roll out the 20% off for key workers.
Yeah, so that's a different thing. Yeah. Have they done that?
I believe many restaurants have discounts for key workers at some point or another.
I agree with that. I think it's weird because Greg's is, from what I know, a really well-built company, and the guy behind it. So when they bought out their vegan sausage roll, all the money they made from the new vegan sausage roll rollout got put into bonuses for the staff, and he also goes around and works in all the companies. So for that to come out and for people to have like a negative throwback, be like, oh, Stormzy doesn't need free Greg's. How much is he having Greg's that much? Do you think? If he's now got it for free, or does he? He doesn't know it's his money, does he?
I mean, I think that's going to be certain cases he does know it's his money, but in terms of, I don't think he's going to worry if he needs to transfer some money into his account to buy a sausage roll.
I'd love to see that. Stormzy getting mobbed by fans, being like, oh, I'm sorry, can I just transfer some money over?
Honestly, the amount of times I've had to do that for my savings, transfer some money over because I just forgot I've spent all the money in my account.
Just need to transfer this over quickly. Just in your phone. I always hear that.
But he wouldn't need to do it, and so then he doesn't need a black card. And the same, I just don't get why celebrities need black cards. I know
what you mean.
So that's where I believe it is just solely a marketing purpose.
So is it? So it's not. It doesn't really matter, then, does it?
No, but
you're able to give free food away.
If they're going to give free food to if they're going to give free food to celebrities, why not? Because do you know what I've seen a lot coming up on TikTok recently is bakeries and restaurants at the end of the day doing stock take and things that they can't keep on the shelf for the next day. They have to throw in the bin instead of giving it to homeless people. Yeah, because something about bakeries and stuff like that, isn't it? It's one day sort of. Well, you see the guys standing outside the pasty shops, be like, pasties for £1, like 4 o'clock. Yeah. And so, just gotta track it. Yeah, they won't give away products they can't sell, but they'll give away free food which could easily be sold to celebrities. Yeah, I'd like to think Stormzy should go and buy loads. Yeah. And give it all out to people who need it. Yeah. Right. Can we do it this time? I hope so. I really hope so. We've done it multiple times before, like we said last time. I've guessed card numbers, and we've done it outside of the camera. Yeah. Why can't we do it now? It's a good show. We will. Watch it happen. The pen's magnetic. Shall I guess yours first, or? Let's go on. Shall I guess mine first? I'll guess yours, yeah. Okay. I won't see you right. So, and yeah, you'll obviously tell me the category. It'll be fucking epic when it happens. I can put money on you not getting this. Oh, why would you? How much? I could put my entire savings. Oh, yes. Okay. And so the category is female artist, like female singer artist. Oh, okay. Okay. So she has been stuck in my head for the last week. Is the reason that I won't know who it is because I'm not that sort of music? No, you know it. I'm going to write this person down, and I think it would be mental. I just think this person might have caught your ear. Okay. I've never heard any of her songs. I just feel like this is the sort of thing you'd see on TikTok or something. I feel so old. It is from TikTok. Oh, That's the only reason.
I don't know if she's got a song on TikTok.
Alright, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, fuck it.
She sang her song this week again for some reason, and she just did it so randomly.
Fuck's sake.
And
Let's think.
I didn't send it to you either, so.
Oh, we didn't do that, did we?
You got to send it to me this time.
Okay, I'll send it. I was going to do a football team, but
I know about 2.
yeah, and it was going to be one of them. Man United or Chelsea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 guess.
I was going to do words beginning with B. There's quite a lot of them.
There's a lot of words. A B.
What did I do last time? I did a car make, didn't I? Car brand, yeah.
Couldn't spell Persia.
Okay, I'm gonna same sort of lines as you. It's gonna be a male artist. Oh, don't start waiting yet.
I'm not gonna start writing yet.
I'm sending it. You singing Jessie J? This person's never done a song with Jessie J. There you go.
Next question. It's never it's unfair.
Come on, I'm sending it. Come on.
There's only one artist that's sticking in my head, and I very doubt it's him. This is just the one that's in my head.
I think, yeah, this is it. It's not it. It's definitely not.
Right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Big shame.
Fuck off.
Was it Ed or Sheeran that you did?
Take a guess.
Ed?
No.
Right. That's shit, isn't it?
Well, maybe next week's the one. Right.
Okay. Right. Big discussion coming up. I don't think there's going to be much debate in this. In 2018, a British tourist disappeared in New Zealand and was found dead later. It was due to, she was murdered, but her murder and her met through online dating, and it sparked a big conversation about the dangers of it.
Mm-hmm.
From the face of it, I'm just going to very quickly say the danger doesn't lie with online dating. The danger lies with the men who do these horrible things.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it is very much. It's difficult to say because you think you know someone, especially with online. You talk and people can create this persona which is so believable, which might be completely false, and that has sparked so many things, such as the TV show Catfish. There's even a game show which is in the UK and America called The Circle, which
I've seen adverts for that.
To be whoever they want online to win £50,000. It is so easy to create this fake persona of who you are online, and it's such an awful story because she believed in this person, she trusted this person, and he did this awful thing and murdered her.
There's always a story about how they would have. He says that they both consented to sex, but I mean, we don't know that.
I mean, in this situation, I don't know the extent of it. He may have been the exact person she thought he was, and in the moment, he knew he was going to kill her. Yeah. But she knew everything of him apart from that, because obviously he's not going to turn around and go, "Yeah, I'm just meeting you to kill you." He could have been everything.
Who knows?
She thought, but there are many situations where it's the opposite. I read this awful story on Facebook about how this woman went on a date with this man and she thought it was going really well. They were in a restaurant and all of a sudden she started feeling very unwell, and he was like, "Oh, let me take you home." And by the time she got home, she was barely able to get out of the car. Oh God! And it turned out he had put drugs in her drink while she was in the bathroom, and she woke up in her bed and she didn't know what had happened. He wasn't there. And you hear about these stories everywhere. It's simply because I think people are so much more easier in trusting people online now, and they feel like they know them a lot more.
Where's the issue with men then? Is it because they feel like they are owed something because they have gone out of their way to sort of meet up with? I don't know. I can't quite. There seems to be no mental health aspects in this, so we can eradicate that and push that to the side.
I think it very much comes down to the fact of what I hear from a lot of men is especially on nights out, or if they take a girl on dinner, if I pay for dinner, or if I buy drinks for a girl at a bar, I'm owed something in return.
It is mental, isn't it? Like that was, regardless of that, was your choice to pay for the meal.
Yeah. You should not expect
anything
that in return.
You should expect when you go on a date or you go for a meal, the only thing you should expect is whatever you put into the. If you, like, expect someone to be nice and have a nice time. You can't expect anything else. It's crazy.
I mean, you can be hopeful. You can try. In fact, you can try. Like if it's a nice day, things might lead that way. But like you said, you cannot expect.
Let it flow to that.
Something
way.
like that to happen because you're forcing something from you. Simply feel like you can chuck money onto the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that very much comes down to the lines of, if you feel like you can just pay for this and get sex, go to it.
To go from a positive. If you're such a shit human being that anyway you can it's having to pay for it, then just go and pay.
This leads to the worry of online dating, and I've especially had this worry of online dating because there's all these stories you hear about of especially within the gay community of people pretending to be gay, meeting up with a guy and then them just beating them up, even sometimes killing them just simply because they're gay. It's just straight men pretending to be gay men online for these stories. And I remember reading a story online a couple of years back of this guy who thought he was just looking for a hookup, and he invited this guy over to his apartment. He was in America, and his body was found 3 days later, and the guy literally admitted that he murdered him simply because he was gay.
I mean, that's different. That's just pure homophobic.
But it's how easy he found him online through a dating website where people feel like they can just message anyone and go straight to this flirtatious behaviour.
I don't know, do dating, like, the things like Tinder have, like, any protective sort of thing now, or, like...
Not that I'm aware of, only that you especially on Tinder, you cannot be messaged by someone unless you've matched with them, but that all you're basing it on is a few lines on a bio and a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
You could make up any story. I could put up a picture of a 6'3" muscular guy and write this perfect story about how I'm a surfer and spend my weekends at.
And there's nothing that those sites would do to.
No, they do not. I think the most they do is verify an email.
Fuck no. Does your email come up on?
No, you can't see the emails. No, that's just for you to just verify you're a real person and that you're not a robot. So
yeah, we sit here and go and say that there's an issue with dating sites being not careful enough to block these people out, but then a lot of people will be watching this and say, that's not the issue. The issue is men thinking, because that shouldn't be there shouldn't have to be a protective thing, because if men stop being so, I don't know.
I think it's a mixture of things. Like I understand both sides. There should not be these type of people out there who think it's okay to do this, but then it's also there are people out there who do this.
Yeah.
The dating website should be putting things in place to a bit more than a verifying of just an email address. Because what I find a lot on Tinder is, I don't know why my age says 20 on Tinder. I'm actually 18, and it's simply down to. Because once you create your age on Tinder, it sticks. And so what they've done is they created it when they were 16, and they put their age as 18 when they were 16, and they'll see when they've grown up with it. It now says 20, but they're 18, and so it's how easily underage people can get on.
Because you could do that. You could do that on Facebook, couldn't you? I remember making Facebook, and everyone, all my friends now on Facebook are like, they're turning 28 today. I'm like, no, they're not. Like, they're not. Yeah, it's the same with that.
It's the same. All you have to do is just flip that. Dial that date down 2 years, and you're simply 18 when you're actually 16. And these kids don't think anything big of it, but it's so dangerous.
How times have changed when I was about to say when you were 16. But I was never on your mind at that age. Like,
and a crazy thing that's kicked off now. I mean, it keeps peaking up and down. Is this website called Omegle? Don't know if you've ever heard of it.
This was Omegle was a thing back when I was about.
It keeps peaking up and down, and it peaked last couple of days ago. Again, TikTok should sponsor me, but TikTok, the popular ones in there do the trend where they go on Omegle and they ask loads of strange questions. But there's been multiple times that I've gone on it with friends, and there's so many times that old men with their penises are just pop up on your screen. And it's like, but then the amount of times children pop up on the screen, and I'm like, they're definitely crossing over at one point on this website.
Jesus.
Because there is zero, you don't even have to verify anything on this. You just simply type in Omegle on the website, and then you've got the choice of putting in a little hashtag of things that you can match with people in common on video chat.
Oh, God.
And that's how dangerous online, especially going, is causing all these situations of paedophilia, murders, catfishing. And I think online communication between, especially dating and video chatting, needs to be struck down on so much more, and so much more needs to be done.
Going back to the story though, I did read about a company that are associated alongside Tinder. I think they're called Moonlight.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does. I imagine it tracks your location and messages your friends or something. I'm sure there's some company out there that does that sort of thing. I'm pretty sure it's called Moonlight. I think she had it installed on her phone, and the phone got deleted or smashed or stolen somewhere. But yeah, I always see these articles about like, oh, girls, you need to be careful, and like women, you need to be careful. Like, you know, walk around late at night don't have both your headphones in. Have like a key in between your knuckles and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's good to know. Shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, 100%. And I think this is very much down to, again, especially in sometimes in school, and especially from parents, when girls are growing up, they're told how to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas
boys aren't told how to treat people. Yeah.
Which is very interesting to look on, and it's like,
because boys are labeled, they're damaged. It's not their fault. They're just uneducated.
Me looking back at my childhood, have I gone? I mean, my mum's brought me up to be an angel, but she's never once gone, okay, this is how you protect yourself, this is what you do late at night. She's obviously told me, make sure you're sometimes with people if you're going through this area.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But with my sister, I know she's petrified of my sister being outside the house when it's dark. She doesn't want my sister in town on her own.
Crazy, isn't it?
And it's like, me going back to when I was 15, I was all over the place sometimes by myself. And
yeah, when I was 15, I'll be out. Yeah, with no worry.
And it's very interesting looking back on all and how it's all done. It's the end to another week.
Yep, episode 4 done and dusted.
Perfecto. It's a bit of a different one this week. But I mean, we didn't have as many. I mean, we had sad stories and journeys.
Just the number.
We were lucky we didn't hit into COVID much.
I feel like we'll make up for that coming up.
Yeah. So, but we didn't have as much to talk about this week. A lot didn't really happen these last 2 weeks, did they?
Nah, we were doing research. Fuck all happened in terms of big global news.
Yeah. I mean, there were little stories here and there, but nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting to us.
No.
And nothing interesting to the people who'd probably watch this.
So this may be a shorter episode for you, so you're welcome.
Yeah, don't have to. You can get back to your lives now. Where's this here? It's always been there.
Maybe not. Probably.
We'll find out when we look back. What I would like to know is, what did you think of the album?
The album. It was good. I mean, like you said, it wasn't really my time.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the one song I definitely knew.
Yeah, you knew that already. Yeah.
Overall, I think the first album you gave me, I enjoyed more.
Okay, cool.
Expanding my horizon. Overall, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I think the one-hit album wonder is maybe a reason.
Fucking hell.
I'm sorry.
My family's gonna be pissed off.
It was good music. It's
just not your sort of thing.
I'm just glad it doesn't come up in the clubs.
That's fine. It's cool. You can't listen to. You keep having Jessie J read your fucking ears.
Jessie J is a bop.
Okay.
But yeah, it's my turn again to give you an amount.
Is it Jessie J?
It's not Jessie J.
Okay.
I'm going to go down my other style of music that I very much enjoy listening to. And I enjoy listening to musical theatre quite a lot.
It's a fucking album.
I was debating between a couple.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you one album because I vividly remember me walking to Sports Direct in the summer when I was working there at 8 a.m. in the morning, and me just got off the train and me crying my eyes out as I was walking to work because one of those songs.
Oh, I thought you'd just be crying because you'd be walking to Sports Direct.
That as well, but the song just hit me in my feels. I've never seen the musical. I'm planning on seeing the musical, but the songs hit me in a way which just make me happy.
Is it a musical that I've definitely heard one of the songs from?
You've definitely heard one of the songs. Right, you've definitely heard the musical. I don't know if you've listened to the song. It's not 6.
I thank God for that.
It's not 6.
Sorry, Will.
It's Dear Evan Hansen.
It's what, sorry?
Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh yeah, of course I know that musical, yeah.
But I want you to listen through the songs.
Dear Evan Hansen. Oh yeah.
And just let your emotions go on a journey with him. But yeah, that's the end then of this episode.
Yeah, sorted. We are now very close to coronavirus territory.
I feel like the next weeks is going to be creeping in a little bit more and more.
Yeah, and then it's going to be full on COVID-19 for
a couple of weeks, I imagine.
We'll stray from it every now and then.
I just get prepared for it to be at least a mention every episode, I'd say.
Yeah.
But like we said previous episode, please let us know some stories that you've got, because we don't want to keep bragging's the wrong word. We don't want to keep mentioning and bringing up the death tolls and the infection.
Oh, we're not doing that.
We don't want to keep doing that. We might mention it here or there, or mention the effects, but we don't want to keep talking about our personal.
Yeah, we want someone to say, if you do, I mean, what would be the easiest way for you? Byron does all the...
Just email at the end. There's an email at the end of each episode that you can. I'll put it in the bio as well. You just email along just a story you've got, either an experience you had, or if you just let us know. We miss having people here. We only got one opportunity to do it. And so just come along and let us feel like we've got someone else here.
Yeah. And also just once again, just like and subscribe if you're there. Just it's just not hard. I say it all the time. It's not hard. Just you cut it out last episode. How fucking outrageous. Right, we'll see you in about 2 weeks' time then.
Bye.
Bye.